Hey gang, I wanted to do a private little video for you and explain to you the whole secret, I guess, the secret sauce, if you will, behind creating YouTube videos that rank really high, really quick. Now, I'm probably not going to be as good at this as, let's say, Stuart there would be, but I'm going to crack at it. And Stuart, if I screw up on something, just yell out the answer. So here's what we're going to do. And remember, we talked about this for your boot camps or for your info business. When you have a keyword that you're trying to rank for and you're having a hard time ranking, and for example, if you're a Fit Body Bootcamp owner, you're going to go interview local businesses. And so anyone who searches, let's say, Chino Hills Chiropractor, well, you'd rather your YouTube video come up of a review of the best Chino Hills Chiropractor, right? Where you're interviewing that person. And then, of course, in the description box will be the link to your Fit Body Bootcamp location. If you're in our Info Mastermind group, then what you're going to want to do is find out what keywords that you want to drive traffic for. And if they're pretty competitive and you know that your sales page or your blog post can't rank for it because someone else has outranked you from long ago, you can probably use this strategy to get the YouTube video thumbnail to rank pretty high up on the top of that first page. And you know, it'll take between in less competitive areas just a couple weeks. In a more competitive area or keyword, it might take as much as 2.5, 3.5 months, right? But remember, this is just for those big keywords. You want to get up there quickly. So thing one that you're going to do is you're going to film your video. Remember, all your videos, whether you're a Fit Body Bootcamp owner or an Info Mastermind member, are going to start off with who you are, what you do, and you're going to build some credibility in that process, right? So for example, if you look at any of my YouTube videos, they start off with, hey, my name is Bedros and I'm a fitness marketing expert, and today I'm going to teach you the top 3 ways to get more clients and leads into your fitness business, right? I tell them who I am, what I do, and what I'm going to teach them. And you're going to do the same thing. Now, if you're going to do an interview with the local business, you let them know that you're doing an interview with the local business owner, and here's the business, and here's why they should go to that place. Once you have filmed this video, at the end of it, you're going to give a call to action. Right? The call to action is going to be several things. Now, to help it go up in gravity, to help it rank higher, you're going to definitely want some of the social signals. So you'll end up with, hey, if you like this video, go ahead and click the link down below in the description box and go to my blog or website, right? Depending on what it's going to be, either a blog or website. And don't forget to either give me a thumbs up and like this video and share it with your friends. I'll see you later. Something to that effect, right? And this way you've given them multiple call to actions and they'll do the thing they're most comfortable about or with. Now, so once you film the video, you're going to save it to your computer as that keyword. So let's say the keyword that we're trying to rank for here is metabolic fat loss programs, right? Let's say that's a kind of a middle of the road keyword we're trying to rank for, metabolic fat loss programs. So you're going to save it to your computer. So this is your computer right here, right? CPU, and you're going to save it here. Not as the weird, wacky numbers and letters that your camera's going to give you, but as the word actually metabolic, what did I say, fat loss programs, right? So now the actual file name of this video is metabolic fat loss programs. Then you're going to go to YouTube. And here in YouTube, let's write this down. You're going to upload it to YouTube, and you're going to make sure that this title, Metabolic Fat Loss Programs, is also in the title of the YouTube video. So, metabolic, I'm just going to scribble it in, but obviously you're going to write the whole thing in. Metabolic Fat Loss Programs revealed, right? The keyword is in there, or the key phrase is in there. That's all we really care about. You can put some other words in there if you want. No big deal. It's not going to hurt it. Anyway, now, of course, this will be the video, right? Let's have them make a little triangle. And then right here is that description box. And in this description box, you're going to put the link to where you want them to go. So the first thing will be http://fitbodybootcamp.com or metabolicfatlosstraining.com, whatever your program is. And then a description of the video. And you make sure that this description has this word, metabolic fat loss training, in there as well. So it starts off in the description box with your URL, the description, and in that 50 to 100 word description or more, doesn't matter, you make sure that you have that metabolic fat loss training word or phrase in there as well. Now, if if you look right up here in this little section when you're making your YouTube video, it'll say, hey, here's the URL of this video. I know it's going to sound weird, but you're going to want to put the URL of the actual video, which you can cut and paste from here. You're going to want to put it right inside that description box. And below that, you're going to put the URL of your YouTube channel, right? So there's 3 URLs in the description box. The place that you're driving traffic to, then the description, then the actual URL of this video. I know it sounds strange, but that's how Google wants it. And then the actual URL of your YouTube channel. Now, once you've done that, there's something over here called tags. Now, these tags are keywords. So one of the keywords we're going to look for is metabolic fat loss training. And as soon as you hit enter, it'll just be a little block like that. So metabolic fat loss training, you might put fat loss workouts. There'll be another one. Put whatever, 3 to 5 keywords in there, but make sure your main keyword is in there. Remember, Google, when they're scanning these YouTube videos, they don't know what's playing on the video. The only way they can tell what this thing is supposed to rank for is by saying, what is the common denominator? And Google's going to go, oh, I see. The file name is called metabolic fat loss training. The title has metabolic fat loss training. The description has metabolic fat loss training in there. You might have some annotations. You can do some annotations as well on the video. You've seen those where little things pop up. Metabolic fat loss training program. Learn more, click here, goes right back to your website, right? In the description box, metabolic fat loss training. In the tags, metabolic fat loss training. So when Google is scanning this, it says, holy crap, this thing is all about metabolic fat loss training. But that's not enough. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to tell everybody on your Facebook fan page, on your Facebook personal page, if you have a Twitter account, if you have an email list, you're going to broadcast the link to this video to people. Why? Because Google, so we're going to do this. Now we're going to say broadcast. Right? So that's the next step. So step 1, step 2, step 3. We're going to broadcast on Facebook, on Twitter, via email. Right? You definitely want to get the word out, because the more traffic you drive to this video from Facebook, Twitter, email, and people sharing, that's a message to Google that, holy cow, this guy over here. Oh, by the way, also Google Plus. Right? Post it on your Google Plus. Use the keyword. Yeah, I just did a new video on metabolic fat loss training. Here's the link. Give them the link. In your email, same thing. And on Twitter, hey, I just did a blog post or a video on metabolic fat loss training. Here's the link. On Facebook, hey, I just did a video on metabolic fat loss training. Here's the link. And so Google sees that there's all these posts on Facebook, Twitter, emails, and Google Plus that mention metabolic fat loss training. They go to this video, and it says, wow, there's cool social signals. Then I'm going to make sure that I give this thing higher rankings, and that's how your rankings begin. Now, if it's a really competitive keyword and you really want to boost it up there and you really want to crush your competitors, then you can do step number 3, or step number 4 really, which is you go to PR Web and you're going to buy a press release, right? You're going to buy a press release from PR Web. You're going to buy their highest press release. It's like $197 or something to that effect. But who cares if this is one of your better keywords? If it's going to be like one of your 20 or 50 or 100 random keywords, you're not going to do this 4th part. But if it's for a keyword that you really want to get up there for because you know that'll drive you great traffic, then you're going to do this next part. You buy a PR Web press release. In the headline of the PR Web press release, you're going to have metabolic fat loss training, right? So, headline. And then in the very first sentence or 2 of the press release, you're going to have the words metabolic fat loss training. So it might be Bedros, fitness trainer and expert metabolic fat loss training coach. And so if this is metabolic fat loss training in the first sentence, you're going to hyperlink that entire phrase, metabolic fat loss training. We hyperlink it to that YouTube video, right? Now there's a PR Web post that's going to there, right, to that YouTube video. So not only are there all these social signals, but there's also a PR Web post. And so you might put some other links in here as well to your blog that has a similar subject. You might as well, because you can get a couple links in there. Why not, right? And then you submit your press release. Now, if you want to take it a further step, you might as well, because this part's free. This is the only part that really costs you any money, right? Step number 5 is now you broadcast again. I'm running out of marker board here, but that's okay. And now you're broadcasting about the PR web, right? So you're letting everybody know that, hey, check out our PR web. So you're driving traffic to PR web via Facebook, Twitter, emails, Google+. So you get more traffic here. So this starts ranking for that keyword. This video starts ranking for that keyword. And if you play your cards right, you know, pretty quick, you'll have these two up there on page 1 and sucking out traffic right to your website or to your blog, which is a pretty sweet thing, right? Now, if you want to go even further on your blog, why don't you write up a blog post about metabolic fat loss training and link that blog post, give it one link to PR Web and give it another link to this YouTube video. Better yet, take this YouTube video and embed it on your blog post, right, about metabolic fat loss training. And that gives it more juice. And then send people to your blog post where you've embedded this video. So you see what's happening, right? There's all these social signals coming back to this video from blogs, from press release, from Facebook, from Twitter, from emails, from Google+, from a whole bunch of places. And so, Frankie's laughing. And so you are going to get really good traffic to this thing. It's going to start climbing. Now, how do you know which keywords to get, right? Well, that's a pretty good question. I'm glad you asked. And the way you're going to know is you're going to go to google.com and you're going to search out Google's external keyword tool, right? And Frankie will put that in the description of this video. You're going to search out Google's external keyword tool, and you're going to use Google's external keyword tool, and you're going to put one of your best keywords in there. So if you know that metabolic fat loss training is one of your best keywords, you'll put it in there. But before you hit search, you're going to uncheck where it says broad. On the left-hand side, Stuart says, of that keyword tool, you're going to uncheck broad search, and you're going to say, show me exact search terms, right? So that you don't get a broad search results. Show me exact search results. And now it'll say, oh, people looking for metabolic fat loss training are also looking for these keywords. They're also using these keywords. So you can find your top 5, 10, 15 keywords, see what the traffic is for them, and then you can decide based on the traffic and how competitive they are, whether you want to do a PR web thing, right? If it's worth your time to invest the money in that. Now, do me one favor, do not share this video with anybody. Do not drive traffic to this video. This is only for you guys, my closest friends. And so enjoy this video. It may not be up there long, so make sure you do it, and we'll probably take it down in about 30 days. See you later.